Lights, camera, fashion. It's the Mezza Live with lifestyle expert Jackie Grund. After a successful stint as a blogger and several run-ins with celebrities, Jackie felt the need to offer encouragement and support to help people living in their middle, or as she calls it, Mezza of their lives. With the Mezza Live, now she comes full force, blazing the way for women everywhere who wants to add a little bit of sparkle and a whole lot of spice to their everyday life. Tune in every other Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on uimediaapp.com, WDJY 99.1 FM in Atlanta, WTTA 101.2 FM in Kentucky and Ohio, Facebook Live, Spreaker, and almost all your favorite podcasting platforms. Have something you'd like to say? Maybe a question or even a simple hello? Then give us a call at 678-495-4345 and Jackie will answer you live. It's time to feel sexy in your 60s and reinvent yourself with reviews you can use. And here's Jackie.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mezza Live. I'm so excited that you're sharing the afternoon with us. We have today with us Anne Valgoi, who is the Mezza Reviews, my blog, mezzareviews.com, very own Martha Stewart, I like to call her, but she's our entertainment and floral design contributor for the blog. So Anne is live streaming with us from sunny Florida, and I'm live streaming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. And we're just have a really, really great show today. We're going to be talking with Anne about how to creatively entertain during this pandemic. You know, it's so uncertain, you know, about some states are opening up and you feel a little like, should I go to that restaurant? Should I not? Should I still stay home? And, you know, we all have to come through it at our own little personal timelines. But Anne has figured out some great tips and ways to enjoy yourself while still hanging out in the house. So we're going to do that today. We're going to go through that with her. But before we get into that, I wanted to, in tune with the show, give you a kind of a bird's eye view of the top trends for table decor. So since we're all still hanging in our houses for the most part, your table really is your dining room table becomes very important these days, or maybe an outdoor table. And if you want to kind of change it up from the weekday to the weekend, maybe a table setting could do that for you, and some other accessories. So what I'd like to do, we have some pictures. So girls, they're in the studio. We're going to put up the pictures as I go along with our top 10 trends. So the first one is a light floral spray of flowers. Now you can just, very, very simple, you can find them in the store if you want, or if you have a garden, you can just take a few little sprigs and tie them together with some ribbon and just put them on your plate. And so give it that really beautiful light spring, you know, look. So that's our number one trend, believe it or not. Then lavender candles. So lavender seems to be a nice color for the spring and summer, but you can also match the candles to your table setting. So definitely do that. So that's number two. Custom crafted placemats. So that's where you kind of go on michaels.com and decide, well, you know, what can I, you know, I'm still home, I'm getting bored. Well, maybe you can make your very own placemats. So that seems to also be a trend. I think that's probably also a Pinterest kind of a thing too as well. So definitely a crafty little project of making your own placemats with your own special touches to it. Number 4, woven plate chargers for that farmhouse look. So I have like a little woven thing going behind me here, but the woven plate charger is actually kind of cool. And let's see, then we go to our daffodils and dip-dyed napkins. So daffodils are beautiful for the spring and summer, but the dip dye, if there's a picture up there, you'll see it's only like the color at the bottom of the napkin. So that's, again, another project you can do or try to find them in the store. So the dip dye at the bottom of the napkin, so something a little bit different to add to your table. Our next one is mixing blue and white and gold together. So I love the blue and white dishes. And it just, some of it could be very regal looking, or it could be very beachy looking, for the, with the blue, with the fishes, and then add some gold accents with silverware and some other napkin rings as well. So the blue, white, and gold trend. Then we have our personalized chocolates. So you can then, whatever the occasion is, I think we have a bunny on there. You can tie up the little bunny or something, even if you have your grandchildren over, tie something up, have a fun little piece of chocolate on the table setting as well. Also, during the holiday season of Easter, I think Anne's also got her own little trick we're going to see with the napkins, shaped in this form of a bunny. She's going to tell you something else that she did. So that was really a fun thing to do as well during the Easter time. But you can still do that as well, especially if you have the kids over. Also, the last trend really is the tablescape that's all white. So, white, even in fashion is fresh and fabulous for the summer. And I just think just keeping it really simple also, on your table as well. So those are some of the trends for some table settings. Some places to actually also look for some placemats and things like that. Believe it or not, HomeDepot.com. My daughter-in-law works for Home Depot and recently told me about their fabulous home decor site that they have. They used to have stores called Home Depot Expo years ago, but now I think a lot of that's online. So don't forget to look at HomeDepot.com for some of these ideas as well. Okay, so that's some of our trends. And now I just would like to say a quick hello to my friends at WDJY 99.1 FM. Hello, friends from WTTA 101.2 FM in Kentucky and Ohio. You can now watch and listen to all of our exclusive and uncensored content 24/7 at uimediaapp.com. If you have any questions today to ask Ann and I, please don't hesitate to call us at 678-495-4345. Connect with us online. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spreaker, and other podcasting platforms under UI Media Network. Remember to visit www.uimedianetwork.org to keep up to date with our events, programs, and hosting possibilities. And now a little bit about our special guest today, Ann Valgoi. So even though Ann is she is a doctor of pharmacy, but, she is also our floral contributor as well as our entertaining contributor. But her main focus in her life right now is that she's also a doctor of pharmacy, and she's also a lover of flowers and all things pretty, and enjoys entertaining, whether it be with her family, close friends, or neighborhood garden club. Ann has a natural gift for arranging florals and loves to share her ideas. She and her husband often host dinner parties in their 1930s home here in Atlanta. Ann also has creative thoughts on setting the perfect table. So hopefully she enjoyed some of those trends we just went over. Ann is also embracing the Mezza of her years as she artfully balances her work as a part-time clinical pharmacist specializing, by the way, in infectious disease. We might have to have another conversation with you about that. And her other passions, of course, are floral, gardening, competitive tennis, and travel. She and her husband have 3 grown children and 1 sweet grandson that they adore. Ann spends most Saturday mornings during the spring and summer months tending to the 185 roses at the Martin Luther King Jr. World Peace Rose Garden here in Atlanta. There she and other fellow members of the Atlanta Women's Club volunteer their time and skill. Ann is already looking forward to bringing her grandson Nolan to this historic garden to assist once he's old enough to hold the clippers. So I'm sure she's looking forward to that. So welcome, Ann, to the Mezza. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I'm glad you're enjoying Florida. I know it's nice and warm down here. We're lucky to at least be in the warm weather during this time. So Ann and I have been friends for like a long time, right? I don't know. How many years has it been?
Oh, goodness.
We've been like over 15, you think?
We've been to each other's children's graduations and weddings, our children's weddings. And
I know. It's been several years. We actually lived in the same neighborhood, and Anne was truly the hostess then, because I was doing, as I've mentioned before on the show, I've been in the clothing industry. And for a long time, 10 years, I did these home shows with a company called Cabby. And the basis of that was gathering women, which it's so sad today that they can't do that really right now. But we gathered women in the living room of someone's home. And Anne was so gracious to always, open up her home to the show. And it was really a lot of fun. But the biggest thing when I noticed as soon as I walked through the door was her magnificent floral decor. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. So, that, can you just tell us how a doctor of pharmacy segues as well into a floral genius?
Oh, of course. First of all, I just want to call attention to my scarf.
It's gorgeous.
I am Dr. Burke's, kind of, we're at a different level professionally, but we both share an admiration for scarves, and wanted to let everyone know that I'm wearing a Liberty scarf from London, England, and it was a gift from my mother.
Aww.
And I know she's watching.
Oh, yay. Hi.
Yes. But anyway, thank you. So I do love science. And hence my profession in pharmacy. But I do have a creative side. Most people know about it, not everyone, but I feel it's somewhat inherited. My father loved to garden, as does several of his brothers. They still garden in their 80s and 90s.
Wow.
But my great-grandfather was a landscape gardener for the Crane family, and from Dalton, Massachusetts. Now, this is the family that has the fine stationery, and they also make the paper for the U.S. currency. So put that piece of trivia in your memory for your Zoom family trivia later on this week. So,
right.
Yes.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yes. So that's how I, and also my great-grandfather, I was told, had his own greenhouse. He grew flowers, and then his children, and he would bring them to Haymarket Square in Boston, and they would sell them. So that's where I feel this
absolutely
comes from.
But, definitely. I mean, that is inherited. It was bound to happen.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
But,
I know there was a picture that we had up before, but I love a picture up there of Anne in the Peace Garden. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you do at this Peace Garden, the Martin Luther King Peace Garden?
Certainly. The MLK, Martin Luther King International World Peace Garden, is located in the inner city of Atlanta, and it is one of my happy places. The Botanical Garden in Atlanta is also, but MLK Peace Garden is near and dear to my heart. There are 10 of us in the Atlanta Women's Club that we volunteer weekly, and throughout, usually a Saturday, but not always. And we every Saturday morning we go down and we snip the spent blooms, and then it creates more opportunity for more blooms to occur on these 100+ roses in this magnificent peace garden.
Is that open to the public, right?
It is. It's open to the public.
To go and see it.
I not only enjoy just being there and working with the roses, but also meeting the wonderful people. A lot of family reunions congregate there. They'll come to Atlanta. They'll obviously stop through the Peace Garden, and also some international students we've met that have coming here to study, and that's a definite stop on their bucket list. So it's very moving, it's very peaceful, and it gives me time to reflect all the great work that Dr. Martin Luther King has done.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's one of the definite two must-sees when you're here in Atlanta visiting us. We hope people could come and visit us again, right?
I know.
So today, most of the part of the conversation we're really going to go through is some of these fantastic ideas that I have in front of me that we have some pictures too that we can show our viewers about the different things that you've figured out, how to, socialize with your family, with your neighbors, and even, your grandson during this time. So we're going to break in a few seconds. And then when we come back, we're going to go over all these great ideas that you can do with your family in your home during this pandemic time.
At Heiser Orthodontics, we understand that your smile is a big deal for both kids and adults. We have the latest technology and state-of-the-art equipment. But honestly, what makes us unique is our patient experience. And we are not the only people saying this.
Heiser Orthodontics is amazing.
Superb.
Trustworthy. Compassionate.
A friendly place where they know what they're doing, and that's what I like about it.
We are a family-owned private practice where kids are valued, parents have a voice, and the entire Heiser team puts the patient first. Discover the Heiser Orthodontics difference. Call 470-330-9083 for a free consultation today.
Hi, everybody. It's Jackie Grund back with Mezza Live. And we're here with Ann Valgoi, our Martha Stewart for Mezza Live and MezzaReviews.com. So we're going to be talking about all these different ideas that you can do now while you're sheltering in place or coming out of sheltering, and during this time. So the first thing I loved was the things that you did with your grandson, and the indoor fort building and the picnic in the car. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Certainly. I just wanted to preference by saying that everyone is on their own timeline with getting back into doing the new normal, but you have to basically figure out for yourself and based on your medical condition, your comfort level, and so forth. So take these recommendations and think about it. And they're not for everyone, but I've enjoyed a lot of quality family time, which I never expected during this period of time. So you get the working from home moms and dads, which goodness,
yes,
my
God
heart
bless
goes out
them.
to them. Yes. They're not only trying to work, they're trying to have activities for the children and in some cases be the teacher as well. So my grandson loves to use his imagination. And so we came up with this great idea using blankets and pillows and chairs and making a fort. And that's so cute. He goes in there, he reads his books by flashlight. At one point, he told me he was going to have a meeting in there because everyone around him was having a meeting. My husband was working from home. His mom was working from home, his dad. And so he thought would be
you
nice
should have a meeting.
So yes,
that's cute.
Yes.
That's cute.
Yes. In addition, we love to go on picnics, but the park was closed, the beach was closed, so we had an idea to do it in. So we got the picnic basket out, the blanket, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, juice boxes, and we sat in the back of the minivan, and he now wants to do it almost every other day.
Does he? That's fun, though. What a great idea, though. I mean, who would ever think? That's being creative. That really is. Now, I know we're all doing Zoom. We're on Zoom now, but I love, and if we have a picture of Ann's family, they're in New York, they're in Boston, the Zoom every Friday night cocktail hour. I want to join in.
8 p.m. You're more than welcome. Yes.
I think I might. Yeah.
It has become a special event. And so we all block it off on our calendar. My husband and I, my 5 brothers and their families, and of course, my mom and aunt in Vermont. And we are in Atlanta, Boston, New York City, Connecticut, New Hampshire, and we all Zoom in and we catch up and on each other's lives. And
that's great.
find out some tips where you can find your toilet paper this week, or how to clean off the groceries before bringing them into the house, how to use Instacart. My mom and brothers are using Instacart now.
Right.
So we
I just started that too.
Yes.
I didn't know what really that was. So it's been interesting. Yeah.
Yes. And it is a highlight for all of especially my mom and aunt who are home alone. And so, but I also have to share with you that my niece, Julia in Boston, last Friday night when we were doing the Zoom, she's trying to decide which college to attend next year in nursing. And so she and her mom did this reveal with a cake. They baked the cake inside were the school colors that she had chosen. No one knew what the decision was. They cut it open, and there it was, orange and purple, and she's going to Clemson.
Oh, so, congratulations.
Yes. So that was exciting and creative at the same time.
The big reveals. Exactly. They could do the baby reveals.
Right.
Zoom. My God, Zoom it's like the lifeline these days, really. It's wonderful to stay in touch with everyone.
My daughter and her son-in-law and his family, they do the trivia every week. They do Zoom trivia.
I heard about that.
Yes.
Well, Zoom has been amazing. So also there were some, I love this one too. I know we're going to go over some of the events that happened to you, your anniversary and stuff, but I love the idea what you're doing with your neighbors. Can you tell everyone
certainly.
how you socially distance with your neighbors?
Yes. In our neighborhood, which is right in the city of Atlanta, near actually Piedmont Hospital, we had the idea to do al fresco dining. So the weather has been absolutely fantastic in Atlanta, and it's made it easier for everyone to be outside, enjoy the lovely weather. So we put our tables and chairs out on our front lawn, and some neighbors take it to another degree. They set centerpieces with their garden flowers. They have candles. And
we just talked about.
Exactly. Some cook, others order out from their restaurant to support the local economy. And on occasion, we've even had food trucks come to our neighborhood.
Really?
And you can, go with your mask, your gloves, pre-order, prepay, and you can obtain the food, bring it back to your dining area on your front lawn. And it's been a big, big hit.
So do you call, can you talk to each other? I mean, I guess it's not too far away,
so
right?
Once you've eaten, or you can stroll the neighborhood, you can stop on the sidewalk and chat. You're still 6 feet distancing.
Right.
And it's been a nice way to catch up, and
so that's great.
And to socialize at the same time.
And if you live in a neighborhood, what a great idea. I know.
Yes.
I know some folks live in apartments. It's a little harder to do that, but everyone's really becoming very creative. I know. There was an anniversary that you spent during this time. So did I. But I want to applaud your kids, because my kids, they made me cook. They didn't. But I mean, I'd love to hear about your anniversary celebration.
Certainly. During this COVID pandemic, my husband and I celebrated our 30th anniversary. So it was a big one.
Yeah.
And we were going to travel abroad, but that has not happened. But anyway, my adult children who are staying with us during this pandemic decided to take it to the next level. They dressed as waiters and waitresses in black. We ordered takeout from our favorite restaurant, and they served it. I
think we have a picture of that. So we might have two pictures of that.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Hopefully you're seeing the same thing.
Yes.
They set the outdoor patio table with roses and candles and flowers and music. They had our favorite music on.
And then the cake had like roses on it, I think.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then we went down under our pergola and had dessert. And we asked if they would join us at that point. So
Yeah.
the help
How
ended up,
romantic.
yes, they ended up enjoying a nice bottle of wine as well. So it was very memorable, one that my husband and I won't forget. So
So, you can, look at this, we think it is a like trying time, but here you made this hard time into something really memorable that you're going to take with you, forever. So, wow. I mean, it just, so it's
well, you have to use
unbelievable.
your imagination.
You do.
That's key. And
You really
and themes
do.
as well. I've loved the theme. For example, Easter.
Yes,
also
there's a picture up there with
came during the pandemic.
Yes. Now, yes, the Easter time, and I think you used some funny little thing.
Oh, I did. So we played games and we had a home cooked dinner, but to bring it up a notch, I searched the Pinterest and the used toilet paper rolls. I saved them for a week, and we had enough to make these cute little bunnies. And so my grown children and husband were sitting at the kitchen table creating these, and so it was.
That's unbelievable. They're really cute. If you can, if there's that picture up there, guys, show that with the toilet paper bunnies. That's really cute. I also want to mention, because I know we're going to be kind of winding it down a little bit, but you have a called the dirt cake. Now, I want, if we can't get into it, I'm going to have Anne, I hope, put this recipe on the Mezza next month with some of her top recipes to make it home. But that, if you can see the picture of the dirt cake, when did you serve that? Was that for Easter?
I served that for Easter dinner.
You did?
Yes. Yes. So again, I will put that out. It's high in calorie, but it is a family favorite. And I also embellished it with a little flowers from my garden. So
I saw that. So if there's a picture, you can see, guys, the Oreos on top with this fabulous flower coming out. I mean, great ideas. And then I believe the last type of party you had also that you listed was a birthday party with your kids, with kind of like a Cinco de Mayo thing with your birthday.
My daughter celebrates her birthday the day before Cinco de Mayo. And we dug out our decorations that we had in the basement and decorated the patio once again and served tacos and margaritas, and everyone had a wonderful time. So quality family time.
Yeah, I think I want to join your family. It sounds like so much fun. But really, it's, to use your imagination is really what it's all about. So do you have any other parting tips for our viewers today, Anne?
I do. Thank you. I want to once again say you have to embrace these trying times and make the family time quality. And social distancing does not mean social isolation. Please pick up the phone, call those that are less fortunate than yourselves, and be actively connected and stay safe and be creative.
Right. Well, thank you, Anne, today. That was just wonderful.
Thank you, Jackie.
And we appreciate you taking the time, to be with us. So we'll be looking for those recipes. Also, Anne, do you have, would you like anyone to correspond with you through Facebook at all? If they want a recipe or an idea?
I'm Facebook on Anne Valgoi, just ANNE.
Just Anne Valgoi. You can send her questions, maybe even. And maybe we can even incorporate those into our next blog, post with some of these recipes. So,
and when we're back in the studio, Jackie, next time I'm on, I'd love to do some floral arranging.
I know we were thinking about that. Yes. I really would, and I can't wait. I keep saying I'm going back there, but I haven't gone back yet. But soon, soon we're going to be back there. But so again, thanks, Anne. And then I just wanted to I always like to end off our segment with a little fashion tip. So since everyone's been Zooming, by the way, I love Anne's scarves. Scarves are great. So, anytime you can throw a scarf on, I love it. But I'm going to be actually doing a post next week in the Mezza about Zoom dressing. So, how to look good from the waist up. So there's been a lot of, even some of the newscasters have been wearing suits and ties and then wearing shorts on the bottom. So it's been a fun time. So anyway, until next time, I look forward to connecting with everybody on Mezza Live on uimediaapp.com. And next time, we're going to have Denise Leslie, who owns a medical sports massage company. So maybe I'll get in there if they allow us to have massages before in the next phase. But hopefully we'll be able to connect with her in 2 weeks. So thank you very much, everybody. And we will see you next time on Mezza Live.
That's all the time we have for today. It's true what they say. Time sure flies when you're having fun. Please do like, comment, share, and support the show. Go to uimediaapp.com to watch all the Mezza Live shows. Follow UI Media Network online on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and almost all your favorite podcasting platforms to stay updated with our uncensored content. Want to be featured on our show or even sponsor it? Write to us at contact@uimedianetwork.org. We hope you had a wonderful time and that these tips will help you reinvent yourself in the best years of your life. Take care, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Same time, same place. The Mezza Live, only on the UI Media Network. The UI Media Network and its associates take no responsibility for the opinions and statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests.